What's going on, people? What's going on? Let me give me 1 minute and let some people join in real quick, and we will start the call. This might be a quick call today, guys. Not really seeing a lot so far. I'm just kind of looking at indices today falling off. But I do have some things for the pairs as well, so. All right. This is going to be the man of the hour, or the man of the week. The man of the week. DXY is kind of going insane right now. So yesterday we seen like a crazy move. An insane move, actually. Sending out some last messages, and then we're gonna get straight into the analysis. If you guys have any pairs that you want me to cover, anything specific, go ahead and just let me know right now. So as I'm going through them, we could just go straight into it. Anything you're looking at, anything you have questions on, just let me know now. That move yesterday on EU was kind of crazy. I'm gonna get into that. That was an unexpected move. Wish I would have held that trade, but you got to follow your trading plan. We're gonna talk about that one too. Actually, it was 2 good moves on EU this week. All right, let's get into it. Okay. So, DXY, right? This right here is going to be the most important part of the week. All right. Tomorrow we have NFP. So, NFP coming out tomorrow, we're going to get 1 or 2 things. Either we're going to spike back to the upside, or we're going to just go through this. Either way, honestly, if I'm being honest, which way do I think we're going? I think we go a little bit lower. Let me see if I can pull up this weekly time frame here for you guys real quick. Boom. See on the weekly time frame where we're at, right? We have a bearish leg on the weekly time frame. Now, on the daily time frame intraday, we're still bullish, right? You can see that our daily time frame is mostly holding from here, so we have this large reaccumulation. I still believe that we can come lower into this reaccumulation, guys. So let me just go ahead, and I think we can come lower into this area. Okay, I think we can come at least to the 71. I don't think this fibs has it. Let me just redraw this real quick. I think we can come into at least the 71 of this right here. So around here, right? I think we can make that move. Why does it not have my AD? There we go. So yeah, I think we can come right here. Okay, this is where I think we can come into on the higher time frame. Doesn't mean that will happen, but that could potentially happen. We have NFP tomorrow, so NFP is really going to decide what's going to happen. Now, looking into this area so far, and let me just delete this just so it's not confusing. What do we see? I do see the market has started creating some wicks, but we don't really see any major reactions just yet from this market. So I can't say that we're going to turn around from here yet. On the lower time frame as well, we're not really seeing much. I do see that we have stopped, right? We have created a selling climax, so potentially we can get an accumulation, but we're going to need something larger than this. We're going to need a better range, okay, than that. Yesterday, I'm not sure what happened. I don't know what happened, but this wasn't even during New York session, guys. This was during like changeover around 4 p.m., 5 p.m. my time. That's when I seen alert. I was like, I seen a crazy alert. Like one of my trades, especially EU. I think it was EU. Yeah, it was definitely EU. Trade went off at like 4 or 5 p.m. I'm like, what's going on, right? So just seeing this crazy movement yesterday. We gapped to the downside here. And you can see since then we've been pushing lower. Now, if you guys have been following the previous live calls, you can go back. I think the last one was from like maybe a week ago, last week, where we talked about this. I told you guys that this bearish pressure is still here, right? And we can obviously see that. All the market did was return back into imbalance, right? We talked about these areas way before this even happened. Go check the live calls. Go back, do your research, okay? But we came into the 4-hour imbalance here. After that, we created this break. Once we created this break after reacting off the 4-hour imbalance, I knew that sellers are starting to get into the market, especially with this impulsive move right here, right? So the main thing we're following here on DXY was the impulses, right? That's how we knew that sellers were still in control of this market. And then you see these buyers here. Look how weak these buyers are. Look how long it's taken these buyers to retrace this market. It's weak buyers, okay? So as soon as the market changes hands again, look how strong the selling pressure is. All right, that's how you know who's in control of the market. You find the momentum. So selling pressure is still here. So for now, at the moment, I'm gonna wait till tomorrow. All right, be careful. Wait till tomorrow. Wait till NFP. Wait till that news come out. What NFP does, we're gonna react off of that move. So basically, if NFP gives us a push higher, we break these highs, we're gonna buy DXY, right? We're gonna look for the opposite on our other pairs like EU, GU. If NFP gives us a manipulation and continues lower, okay, we're going to trade that move. All right, we're going to react off what the market gives us tomorrow. We're not going to try to predict what happens here. All right, because to be honest, we could go either way, in my opinion. So EU, right? Crazy movement, crazy movement. Looking at this RR right here, and look at the potential, like a 1 to 15. Right, I don't target those type of RRs no more. It's easier to target smaller RRs with bigger risk. So we're only targeting 1 to 3 here off of this trade, right? Was not expecting a crazy move like this. But EU. So what do we see on EU? We already knew EU was changing over here. So we have the change of character. We have the change of character right here. As soon as we get this change of character, we follow order flow. All right. Why do we follow order flow? On the higher time frame, we have a bearish structure leg. All right. That's why I have this supply zone here. And this is where I'm kind of just watching EU, seeing how it react. Depending on what we get here, we might take a sell. Not 100% sure yet. We haven't gotten anything to give us a sell just yet, so I'm kind of waiting on that. I need a change of character. I need something inside of here. We'll go into that a little bit more. But we see this bearish leg to the downside. We see the market came into the 71. That's cool. On the lower time frame, we've seen that we created this change of character. We broke this low right here. As soon as we broke this low here, we were looking for selling opportunities, which we did get, right? The market gave you at least 2 TPs. Here's a selling opportunity here. So you had 2 opportunities here. That's a winning trade, right? Let's just put that there. Boom. We have the manipulation of the highs right here. Market goes lower. Where's the 1 to 3 for me? Like right here. Okay, that's if you were targeting more, maybe you're targeting low. Either way, right? You could have gotten pretty good targets from here. The next entry here was off of that mitigation, right? Whatever mitigated that area here, which is, we'll go with this wick, boom, that's where it hit. That also gave you at least the 1 to 3. Stop loss at the high. Boom, gave you that 1 to 3. Now, let's say here, the only reason why here, you can see here, the market slowed down, right? The market slowed down right here, okay? And this is why the impulsive moves, this is why we look for those impulsive moves. This is why it's important, because you can see off of this manipulation right here, when we took out these Asian highs, look at the candles, right? Look at the bearish candles. Very heavy selling bearish candles. When we gave the reaction, right? Look at the candles. Very heavy bearish candles breaking the low. Now, this last reaction here, even though the market moved lower, we can't say that sellers are completely in control at this price. Why? Look at the candles, right? These are much weaker candles than these 2 areas here. So this is why I'm not surprised that we took out this high. And also another confluence as well. I'll go to the 4 hour. We have a clear imbalance right here that the market came and filled. All right, so that's another confluence as to why we kind of just reacted from here and we went higher. But let's say you did take even if you did take this next trade, you have 2 winning trades here. 1, 2, right? I'm targeting 3% on each. So that would have been 6% minus, if I took this one, that would have been minus 1%. That's still 5%, right? Still 5% right there, just off of this selling opportunities. Okay, now the market changed over. So when the market changes over, we look for the same thing on the opposite side. Okay, what happened? So boom, this high got invalidated. Look how the high got invalidated, right? With an impulsive move. Look at this impulsive move that took out these highs. And we took out Asian lows. So you see how the market just kind of flipped after we filled that imbalance, after we filled that 4 hour imbalance and we broke this high. Look what happens. You see how the market now is taking Asian lows, okay? And we're seeing impulses to the upside. We're not seeing impulses to the downside no more. Look how weak the selling candles are. Follow the momentum. This is why we look for impulses. This is going to be the easiest way to trade supply and demand. Follow the impulses, right? Of course, you have to understand structure and understand where you are in the market. That gives you your direction. But the impulse is what confirms that your direction is actually correct. All right, impulses, imbalances. All right, so we see a clear imbalance here. Give us that impulse. Market comes right back into it here, and on the lower time frame, for those of you that's trading London session here. Now, honestly, this is a trade, right? This area is a trade. I didn't take this trade here because I was not trading. I was not trading till April. All right, I already told the Discord that I was not going to take any more trades till April, so I didn't take this trade here off this first mitigation. So this right here would have been a trade in itself. All right, off of that area towards the upside. Okay, now we did take the next trade, which was right here. And zooming in here for my London session traders, zooming in, what do you see happens here? On the lower time frame, we took out Asian lows. We took out Asian lows here. Right, there's your manipulation. Market moves higher, breaks this high. We come back, we mitigate this area. Where's our next impulse? Boom, right here. So boom, I go back to the 1 hour time frame. This is the last area that mitigated this area here. And then look, we have the same movement. We have the same movement, right? You want something that you can repeat, and you want something that you could look for over and over again. Something that happens in the market that you can repeat. The same thing that happened here. We have a manipulation of Asian lows. We have an impulsive move, right? That breaks a high, and we have imbalance. We have a manipulation of Asian lows. we have an impulsive move that breaks a high, and we have imbalance. It's the same thing, right? The same characteristics that we're looking for. So this was the area we took the entry off, and you can just kind of see how the market just went crazy, right? Did not hold for all of this, by the way. I don't even know what happened. Like I told you, this trade just activated out of nowhere. We had some crazy movement yesterday around changeover. Not sure why, not sure what's going on in the economy right now, but I have to look into that and see what exactly happened at this time. It was around like 4, okay? And the market has been pushing up ever since. Now, this is a minor area that I'm looking at. This is not a limit order, okay? It's just an area that I'm kind of just looking at for now. This is the only reputable area that I will maybe take a buy off of, just maybe. It's not 100% yet, just because where we're at very premium pricing. So it's a make it or break it time for the market right now. So either we're going to sell from here or we're just going to break it. All right. So it is very crucial here that we kind of be patient and see what happens. I do see that we are kind of forming something. We do have this high, we do have this low, and we're kind of in a range right now. It's not the best range, but it's something. All right. But to be honest, sellers has not kind of showed themselves yet. I would take some buys if there were opportunity showed itself, but right now we don't have anything. We don't want to force anything on EU at the moment. So right here is going to be a low probability area. So this would be the next area. If we do get a reaction from here, guys, there will be the next area I will look for, depending on what we do here and how this happens. So if we get an impulse down here, then most likely we're not taking anything from here. But if we see the market just straggling its way down here, then we probably will take something. We'll see. We'll have to see how the market reacts. Now, if we just invalidate this high, whatever price action here, so let's say the market does this. Let's say we just range here, we take out some lows, and we invalidate this high right here. Whatever move here that creates that impulse, that's going to be our next entry, right? We're going to take that because that will mean that we have a potential manipulation that takes out a major high, right? This here is a major high. We have an obvious distribution right here, and let me just show you guys why that's kind of important right there. So look at the amount of distributions that we see here on the higher time frame. We have a distribution. There's a distribution on the lower time frame there, and this whole thing itself is a distribution, right? So there's a lot of money going into this move. Us invalidating this high, that tells me that whatever buyers is taking this market higher, they have the most money right now. So we're gonna follow that. Okay, so if this high gets invalidated, whatever price action invalidated this high, we will be taking buys from that. Okay, so EU's pretty simple. We're still in bullish market cycle. Market is still bullish. We are entering a supply zone, right? So we're going to be cautious. We're not going to be too aggressive. We're just going to wait and see if the market either pulls back into this minor area or if we just straight up just go through this. All right. Either way, we're going to have a trading opportunity. Okay. GU. Now GU kind of left me. I don't like what GU did. We kind of just sat here in range. I don't like trading ranges. I already told you guys. Trading ranges is low probability. If you're gonna trade supply and demand, avoid ranges. Okay, trust me, I'm helping you out. Trust me, I did the back testing. I went through it. I seen it. Ranges are low probability. You might get some wins here and there, but I seen that most of the time. I just get break even. I'll take some wins. I'll take the losses. I'll take some wins. It's just not worth it. All right, so kind of just avoid ranges as much as possible. And I just didn't like how GU was just sitting in this area. You see we're taking highs here, we're taking lows, we're taking Asian highs, we're taking Asian lows, right? It just wasn't clear direction just yet until we got this impulse here. Now, same thing that I was looking for on EU, I was looking for on GU. Now, we did not make it back, but this is still a demand zone. This here is still going to be a demand zone. This is still going to be a limit order if the market comes back into here. So I will keep this here, and I will put an alert right here for this. Okay, this is still going to be an area we can take a trade from. All right, now moving on, what happened? Right, we got an impulse to the upside. GU did not pull back for us like EU did. I wish it would have, but it didn't. Even here, London session didn't really give me anything 100% either. So what do we see? We just see the market just going up, right? So looking at it on the lower time frame now, today, look what we're getting. We're getting kind of slow price action. I'm not surprised by that. Look how much the market has moved in the past couple hours, right? This is crazy. Especially that wasn't even during London session or even during I wouldn't say, it was mostly just due to economics, right? I believe this move was just economic move. I don't think this was anything technical, to be honest with you. But we do have liquidity underneath these lows, so I will be looking for something and taking GU higher. I'm not looking to sell GU. Looking on the higher time frame, guys, we're still bullish. Okay, we're still bullish. Daily time frame, look at these legs. That's why I've been looking to buy GU so much. We're still bullish, so I would still take GU higher to take out this high. I'm not looking for any sales here on GU, so I'm just looking for the buying opportunities. I just need a manipulation, right? You guys know we don't trade without a manipulation. We need a manipulation of something. If you don't see a manipulation, you're most likely going to be the manipulation. So I'm looking for these lows possibly, right? This is the easiest trade that GU could give us. Looking for these lows to be taken out. Let's break this high. You guys know we need to see the impulse, right? Why do we need to see the impulse? We need to see buyers actually showing themselves, right? When you see impulsive movements, it takes a lot of money to create those type of movements, guys. Those imbalances, we see them normally, but those imbalances are actually important, all right? The market does not like imbalances, all right? Well, they can't like imbalances. The market has to be as fair as possible, so they try to fill those areas as much as possible. So when we see those impulses with imbalances, that tells us, that's evidence of, hey, we know someone got into this market. We know some type of buyer got into this market, whether it be low-level institutions, whether it be a bigger hedge fund, it doesn't matter. At least we have some type of evidence. That's the main reason why we look for those impulses. So that's what I like to see, and then we'll just take the buy. It'll be an easy trade. But for now, relax. All right, for now, relax. The market just created a major move. We could get some exhaustion, so we could just start pulling back. I don't have anything right here for us to take at the moment, so I would need the market to create something for us. So just be patient here on EU and GU at the moment. AU looks pretty nice. We've been moving towards the upside. This was the manipulation right here. Now, I wish that this move kind of just was more well, I would say I wish this move kind of didn't happen, right? Because this was the area I was looking to buy AU from, and you guys can see yesterday, like I said, I don't know what happened, but this was crazy. So now I do expect AU to continue higher. We were already looking for buys on AU anyways, right? We knew we were in a bullish market cycle. I mean, we knew we were in a bullish market cycle, and we're in a bullish structure as well on the higher time frame. We did pull back at least into the 50%. We were looking for these lows to be taken out. Lows got taken out. That was the manipulation. And then the market fucked it all up, all right? Because I was looking for buys inside of here as well, which we didn't get, but this kind of just ruined everything. So now I'm just going to be watching to see if we can get something in here that continues us to the upside. Now, if you have a strategy that is, you know, that can catch you a move inside of here, we're bullish. So take that move, right? Because I still believe we're going to go higher. We're going to come here and take out this high, guys. This is the next target here. We're right here. So if you have something that can get you up there, a strategy, not just buying the market, right? If you have an actual strategy that presents itself today to take this market higher, take it higher, because we're going to take out this high. So yeah, I'll be looking for reaccumulations towards the upside. So anything, hopefully we do pull back. I'm praying we pull back so we can get an easy trade towards the upside. I really do. So probably looking for something like this, and then maybe tomorrow, if NFP wants to be nice, take out some liquidity, maybe NFP gives us the impulse higher, and we can take a trade from right there and just take this market, right? Or London session. If you're trading London session, you guys are lucky. Look for the Asian sweep. So today we did not get an Asian sweep, but tonight we might get an Asian sweep. So look for the range, right? Look for the Asian range. Wait until London opens. Look for the sweep. Once we get the sweep of Asian lows, wait for the break of the high, right? The high that took out the lows, and then you can take your entry directly off that sweep, taking this market higher. We're in a bullish market cycle, so you want to look for Asian lows to be taken out. I don't trade London session, right? That's like 3 a.m. my time. I sleep during that time. So we see that UCAD finally broke out of the range. About time. All right. About time. Let's go into this structure real quick. Let me see what time frame we have. High, low, high, low, high. Failed to make a low. Failed to make a high. Low. Okay. Yeah, this whole thing is being held right here on the daily time frame. So we're gonna keep this simple. Keep this simple here. Intraday time frame is being held right here. Okay, that's our 1 hour. All right. Now, looking for shorts. All right. We took out the high. We're in premium pricing still, I believe. Yeah, I believe we still can come lower, at least to the 71, at least to this area here. So we still have much more room. I would look for sales to the downside. Hopefully we can get a pullback. And we can get some type of manipulation that gives us that sell to the downside. If not, we're gonna look for redistributions, which is basically the market creating fake outs. So you wanna look for a fake out like this, look for the market to invalidate that fake out, and we're just gonna look for those sells continually towards the downside. I know indices fell off too yesterday. And you know, I was trying to trade indices today, and I think they're still falling off. I'll look for something a little bit later. So yeah, UCAD still looking for sales here. I don't have a area that I want to sell this from. So you guys can see these markets, especially UCAD, USHEF. Look at this, right? After we range for the last range for like 23 days, especially right here. I'll go specifically right here. Yeah, for like 12 days, 13 days, right? This was not something that I wanted to participate in. So you can see yesterday, look at that move. Boom, right? That is an economic move, guys. That is not technical analysis. All right. So you see this market is falling to its downside pretty aggressively. Pretty aggressively. Right now at the moment, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, we might have to wait for NFP to save us. Okay, so this is why tomorrow is really gonna be the major day to see what happens. I hope NFP gives us a manipulation. I hope we give that spike that gives us that price action back. Once we see that price action, we can start selling these markets really aggressively. I just hope that NFP gives us that manipulation. I don't want NFP to aid this move, because if NFP aids this move, we're just gonna have to wait longer for like a reaccumulation, a redistribution. We're gonna have to wait for the continuation moves, and I don't like continuation moves. I'd rather take the structure plays. They're just better. They move faster, they're higher probability. So yeah, we're seeing heavy bearish here on USHEF. Let me go to the higher time frame. Let's see where we're at on a daily. Structure. That's our last structure leg right here on the daily time frame to the low. We can see this high right here failed to make this new low. So we're still bearish from here to here. Okay. So we are following higher time frame structure. Let's go to the 1 hour. We know that our legs here have been bearish. High, low. I'm not sure this pulled back. Let's see if this pulled back. Nope. So we have this huge bearish leg, right? Look at the order flow inside of here. The market is selling off. Okay. So obviously, right, the best thing to wait for is the market to come back into here, but that's going to take a while. All right. So what you can do on the lower time frame, I don't know if we have a play today or not. Let's see. Let's zoom in here. You guys already know what I'm going to say. Look for a manipulation, right? We don't have any manipulations today. We don't have anything. The reason why, as the market is going lower like this, guys, you do not want to catch a falling knife. This is a falling knife. You don't want to try to catch it. All right. You want to wait for this to actually show you something that you can trade. The easiest trade that I can see that this creates is we come above these little short-term highs here and we break, right? That's going to be an easy trade, and the market can create that anytime that it wants. We have to be patient and wait for that move. All right. Do not try to just sell this market in the middle of nowhere. This market is selling off. Wait until you see something that you can trade from. Okay. Don't just try to, FOMO into this. All right. The opportunities will come. Trust me. Okay. So, yeah, we're bearish. Okay. UCHF, we're bearish. Look for the continuation moves. Tomorrow is NFP. All right. USDJPY. Bearish on here as well. We've been talking about UJ already. We broke this low here. We had the change of character, right? I talked about this inside of my market analysis. I uploaded it on Monday. So if you were there, you can kind of see what kind of happened here. We created that change of character. We've been moving towards the downside. Now that move aided us as well. So it's going to be the same thing for all of these areas here, guys, especially UJ. This is going to be the next area I'm going to look to sell this at. Boom. All right, that's going to be our supply zone there, since we were able to take out these highs. Talking about gold. Yeah, we'll get into gold. About to get into gold next. So, yeah, UJ, sales. All right, we're trading into imbalances down here. Hopefully we can get a reaction, and potentially I might, depending, let's see. I need to see an accumulation here to buy this, but we'll see. Let's move on to the 1 hour. Let's move on to the higher time frame real quick. So we took out this low right here. We know this high. Took out that low. We pulled back into the 71. We have our distribution right here. Here's our break. We are fully bearish. Okay. So we want to be looking for sales. You can be aggressive on this. You can be aggressive on this, but be smart if you're going to be aggressive. All right. Don't try to catch a falling knife. Okay. So easiest thing we could look for is going to be the same thing. Easiest thing we could look for a manipulation. Okay. Look for us to at least take out these highs. Look for a fake out. Look for a fake accumulation. Look for something. Just don't try to catch the falling knife, please. Okay. Because I don't want you guys taking losses and the market reverses. You don't know when the market is going to reverse. You can't predict the market. All right. So still wait for your setups. I know these looks very enticing. I know. I'm kind of mad myself that this kind of move happened, because I was in a trade that I could have caught a move like this, and it's just crazy seeing this happen. You just don't know what the markets are going to do next, right? This was very unexpected. I would have thought that NFP would have created a move like this, but man. So if this happened before NFP, what is NFP going to do, right? What's going to be the reaction there? Hopefully it just fills up all this price action. If it fills up all this price action, this is going to be easy sales for us to take to the downside. Trust me, right? That's what I'm praying for. So tomorrow we could probably have like the easiest trades of the week. So we'll see. We'll see how Powell is thinking. Gold, I told you guys, right? Don't be surprised. Go check the last market analysis. I told you guys this is where gold was going to come to. All right, this imbalance right here. This here was the highest probability area that we can buy gold from. But if you were trading gold and you took these sales, good job. These were easy sales to come and fill this imbalance. All right, now we reacted off the imbalance. I believe gold is just going to continue going back higher. DXY is still bearish. That makes it easier for gold to go higher, right? Doesn't mean that they trade correlate together, because they're not 100% correlated, but just look at it from a currency perspective. Dollar being weak, it makes gold easy. All right, so gold is already bullish. It makes it easier for gold. Okay, so we have a nice reaction off of the imbalance. Look for continuation moves. What are continuation moves? Let's see. What do we have today? We have just straight impulses today. Straight impulses. All right. You could play the imbalances, right? If you want to do that, you could play the imbalances here. We have two imbalances. We have one right here. We have one right there. So if you want to take something, something safe, wait for us to get into the imbalance. Most likely later tonight, look for a play on the lower time frame, smaller manipulation. Look for the entry, take this market higher, right? That'll be a safe play here off the 15-minute. We don't have a demand zone that I can take a limit order off of. That was that area down here. That's where I wanted to aggressively buy this, but we're reacting off of the imbalance. So what we can do here is just follow the momentum. So you can follow these imbalances. Let's say the market comes back in here today. We see something, you see the market reacting. You can play these moves on the lower time frame, taking this higher to take out these highs, because gold is still going to continue going higher. I don't see any major weakness on this market yet, especially after today. Look at this move. All right. Going on the 4 hour, I think this might be like one candle. Yeah. Look at this wick and look at that reaction. All right. That's a pretty aggressive move towards the upside. So yeah, continue buying gold, guys. Continue buying gold. We traded back into the imbalance here. Continue following that momentum. All right. GJ. So GJ, I am looking for a sell. All right. This is a limit order that I do have here on GJ. Pretty self-explanatory, pretty simple. So yesterday, GJ faked me out because we did not take out this high, right? This wick here, this was the same thing that happened on EU, but we did not take out these highs. So this move that we were looking for, you can see we have an impulse. The impulse does not matter if we don't actually do something. So that's another thing. If you're going to trade supply and demand and you're following the impulses, like I tell you, make sure your impulsive moves and these areas are actually invalidating, right? Make sure they're invalidating highs, invalidating other areas. Make sure they're actually creating something. All right. So for example, today we see we have a nice impulsive move to the downside, right? Go on the 4 hour, you're going to see it's like one or two candles here, one major candle that pushed us lower. So we know that sellers are in control at the moment. Going on the lower time frame, right? We have our manipulation. Here it is, Asian highs. This kind of looks like the same thing on EU, right? We have the manipulation of the highs right here, London session, and then we have the move to the downside. Now, the only thing that I'm kind of being nitpicky on this trade, I like the impulse. It's just I wanted to see more clear imbalances, but we still have it here. The impulse is pretty clear. We have a small imbalance right here. Right, I would have wanted something bigger, but forget it. Forget it. This is still a nice move, and the main reason why I'm confident and I'm still going to take this trade is structure, right? We have this high that creates this low. We traded back into the 71. We got to break a structure. We got to change a character. We're following structure. We're following the impulse, right? We're following the momentum. We're on the right side. So that is a high probability trade that we can take. So GJ is a limit order right here at the 50% of this whole move right here. That's where I'm taking it. Yeah, pretty simple trade. Is going to be trading this to the downside. We have nice liquidity here at these lows to take out. So that'd be the target. Let me shuffle through these real quick. GCAD, waiting for this low. All right, you guys can see it. I'm waiting for this low. We're in a bearish trend from this leg. We traded back into the 50. I need to change a character. We need to see momentum. We need to see order flow go towards our side. We're not seeing that, right? We don't see no impulse, no trade. No change of character, no trade. No break of structure, no trade. All right. No manipulation, no trade. There is no manipulation up here just yet. So we'll be patient. Even if we did break this low, there's no manipulation, so no trade. AJ looks pretty nice. Same thing here, right? Here's our move. There's our point of interest. There's our supply zone right there. That's going to be your major area to look for sales here on AJ. Now, we got the manipulation today. Nice, right? We got the manipulation of Asian highs. We still need a change of character or a break of structure. Let's make it that. Let's say that. That's simpler. We need a break of structure. We're almost to the low here as well, but I just need us to at least break this low, and we still need the impulsive move. We don't have the impulse here. We can see this is weak, so don't try to take anything here yet, right? Even though we did take the highs, where's the impulse? All right, just weak. It's just weak right now. ACAD, I like that we took out these highs here. Let's see. Today we got the same thing. It's the same thing. We just need the impulse here on these odd pairs right here. Well, on these Aussie, AJ, ACAD. I just need the momentum. All right, we have the manipulation. We took out Asian highs today. Let's just see a momentum. All right, we just need to see sellers actually get into this. Once we see that, hopefully we see that tomorrow. Once we see that and we see an impulsive move that takes out this low, I don't want to see, right? I don't want this market to come down here and then impulsively move. No, we want the impulse to happen now. We need it to happen around the manipulation. Why? Because then we know that this was actually a manipulation. All right, we know actually that we had sellers around this price. You want to see the impulse where you're taking your trade, not after. All right, so if this market just plays around here and then tomorrow NFP comes in and we just spike down, that's not going to be a high probability area, okay? We want that move to happen here. GCAD, I'm looking for sales on GCAD. I know somebody talked about GCAD. I'm looking for sales. All right, I didn't have this marked out, but I'm looking for sales on GCAD. As you can see on the higher time frame, we're bullish. All right, higher time frame, we're bullish. That's cool. We have this low here that made this high. That's cool. We have a change of character now. When we see a change of character that allows reversal opportunities, we know we were looking for sales right here. Market just stopped us out, unfortunately, but we're still bearish. All right. We're still bearish. This high still broke this low. We still invalidated this demand zone. So from this high to this low here, you can see we traded back into the 50%. And we almost made it into the 71. Well, we barely just lightly tapped it. Here, we made it back, and now we're creating a change of character, right? We got our change of character. We have our manipulation. Go to the 4 hour and show you guys the impulse, right? Look at this impulsive movements. Look at these candles. Look at this 4 hour candle. All I want is this 4 hour candle to just close beneath here, or just a 1 hour candle. I need a body candle on the 1 hour or the 4 hour to just close beneath here. Now, zooming in, we have our manipulation as well. You see we took out Asian highs. Boom, we have a nice manipulation here. And now we're seeing the market impulsive move, right? We're seeing the 1 hour time frame. Look at all these bearish candles to one direction. All right, imbalance is on the 4 hour, so that's why I need the 4 hour to close down here, because that's where our imbalance is at. So pretty nice movement here on GCAD. This is going to be where I'm taking the sell. It's going to be a large order. I'm sorry guys, this is the best entry that I could come up with. I would go aggressively for this wick right here, but I was looking at it and I'd rather get into the trade than miss the trade overall. So if you don't want to take this large stop loss, which is like 82 pips on GCAD, then the next best entry is going to be right here at this wick. But understand that you could potentially miss this whole entire move. So just be cautious of that. I tried to simplify this as much as possible, but that's literally going to be the best entry to get hit, right? Or you're just going to risk missing the entire trade. And I just don't think it's worth it. I'd rather take the larger move and just let the market do its thing. Now, NAS. Let's get into these indices real quick. NAS, man, we're still bearish. All right. We seen that we came up here, we filled this imbalance, and yesterday, you're taking 50% of the manipulation here on GCAD. Shit, I hope you get filled. I really do. That's what I was thinking too. But I don't want to do it, man. I don't want to do it. I've seen the market leave me too many times. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I would go for it too, but I'm okay. I'll take the open. Hopefully you get filled as well. Hopefully we both get filled. We don't know. This market might just come up here right here and just fall off. You don't know what's going to happen. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'm okay with taking that larger area. I'm okay with taking that larger play. Yeah, because I mean, as I was backtesting, when I missed the trade, and I would kind of compare, like, you know, the stop loss versus, like, you know, the 50% versus the open, and I'm looking at it, and both of them would have hit TP. So I'm like, do I really want to risk? I really want to risk missing the entire move, especially here on GCAD. And you see that we only have GJ and GCAD as potential trades. So imagine I'm taking this trade off the 50% and the market just boop, fall off, and my order is being held here, and I'm just sitting here and I'm waiting for the next trade. That could take days, right? That could take days. I mean, I trade a lot of markets, so it's not going to take that long realistically, but still, you know what I mean? I would rather just take the entire move and not miss the trade. I spent my time analyzing this. I want to be in the trade. Okay, so yeah, that's how I think about it. But let's get into the indices real quick. Indices are still bearish, especially NAS and Q, right? We took out Asian highs today. We see an impulsive move to the downside. I was actually looking for sales on indices today, but when I started the call, I stopped looking at them. I took a small sell earlier. Let me see, where did I take that at? Took a small sell earlier. Where was it? Here it was. I took a small sell earlier, just off the imbalance. So you can see right here where equities open. Look at this impulse that we gave. Look at the imbalance that we gave, and look at the market reacting off this area here, right? We're reacting off this area. We created an accumulation here, and we got another impulse, right? So after that happens, I was expecting this market to continue higher, right? I was expecting this market to continue higher, but since we didn't break this high, we came lower. All I was looking for was some bearish imbalances. I was looking for a bearish impulse. This candle right here gave me that bearish impulse, right? You can see we have those 3 candles. Here's our obvious imbalance that also invalidates this imbalance, and we invalidate equities open, right? As soon as that happened, this is the scalping. This is a scalping strategy, okay? When I trade indices, I trade indices completely different. So I kind of separate myself into 2 traders. So when I trade indices, that's a whole different trader than when I trade currencies. All right, currencies and indices are 2 different things, so I trade them completely different. All right, so on indices, I'm more on the lower time frame. On currencies, I'm more on the intraday, 1 hour, 4 hour. Those are the plays I'm looking for. But on indices, we're on the lower time frame. All right, so here, this is the quick sell that I took earlier this morning, just off of this imbalance that invalidated the open. You can see the market immediately came back. I closed it around right here. It wasn't nothing crazy. It was just something I was just trying to look for, and I kind of missed the overall move now that I look at it, because we came right back into this area again, and we got another major push to the downside. I'm not really worried about it, but indices is falling off. What time is it? It's 11. It's kind of late already, past the time where I want to look for anything. So I'll probably just leave these alone for the rest of the day, but maybe I'll get into something, maybe not. We'll see. If we get something, but I don't like trading this late or scalping indices this late past like 11, 12, because now I think the move already happened. I think the selling opportunity for the day was this to the downside. Now I think we're probably just going to reverse back, maybe play around by the end of the day. I've seen this happen so many times where we'll get the major move and then the indices will just play around for the rest of the day. And I don't want to deal with that. So ES, same thing. You guys can see we did have a lot of, we did have a little SMT divergence today, right? We can see right here, we did not take these highs, but on NQ, we did take those highs. So we did have that as well. That's another reason why I was looking for sales today as well on NAS. And US 30, pretty simple day here as well. I liked US 30 more, but I just didn't like US 30 did not give me the trade. So we just kind of just fell off. Okay. I was looking for any imbalances here. Now I didn't take this one right here. This was just too quick. I mainly look for the 5 minute. I see now that we're pulling back into this 15 minute here. So possibly I will take something from here. On this 15 minute area right here. We're gonna see what happens. All right. I'll wait. Once we get into here, 5 minute, right? We're gonna go down to the 5 minute and we're gonna look for the same thing. All right. As the market gets in here, you don't want to just sell it. All right. This is an imbalance. The market could just fill this and go higher. You don't want to just sell it. You want the market to show you imbalances again to the downside. So when the market goes higher here on the 5 minute, I'm just gonna look for another impulse that creates a 5 minute imbalance. Once I see that, we take the sell from there, stop loss at that high, and we just take this lower, right? That's a scalping play that you can take here. Now we are past my usual time that I like to scalp, but if I do see it and it's clear, why not? But if it's ugly, then I'll just leave indices alone. But that's something I would look for on US 30. US 30 is going to be like the best option here for today. Let's see. Let's go on a 15 minute. Yeah, everything else, XPX, ES, we already filled our imbalances. We're probably just going to come and mitigate these orders right here. But to be honest, we could still come and just take out all this liquidity too. So I would not trust ES today. I wouldn't trust NAS today either, to be honest. US 30 is the only thing I would trust here, right? Look for a move here. Look for that play. Let's go to UK. Let's see what's going on right here. What is this area? What is this? Okay, so we got the reaction from here. All right, that area is now invalid. Let me just delete all of this then. We're coming down here. All right, that's what we're coming into. Let me see if I can find a specific zone. Our 71 is a little bit lower. 50% is here. All right, no specific zone here, yes yet. I'm going to 1 hour. Let's see what we can do today, though. Did we take out this low? We did. Lots of liquidity left right here. But we have been taking Asian highs, right? We have distributions. So the live calls, can we have these live calls? I wish I could, but I'm busy recording, editing, and I have to edit a video right now. I recorded a video on EU breaking down order flow and giving you guys some example. That's a video that's coming out. I want to say tomorrow. I still have to finish editing it. So the live calls are supposed to be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Reason why we didn't have the last 2 days, I was busy editing. I'm editing a lot of videos, trying to get out a lot of content for you guys and the Discord in general. Just kind of sharing all of the knowledge that I have and everything that I'm seeing on these markets. So that's the main thing here. I try to do it in the mornings, and sometimes I try to trade as well. Today I missed some moves on NQ, but that's okay. So sometimes I'm caught up trading, sometimes it's just editing and doing extra work and other stuff like that. But honestly, when I started this week, I was even going to trade this week. I was going to leave this week alone. And until I saw EU and the market was looking good, so I was like, let me take some trades. Let me actually trade. I was gonna wait till after this week. I was gonna wait till after NFP to start trading, since it's a new quarter as well. So it's the first week of the new quarter, and we have NFP. It's like, let me kind of relax. But I seen the price action. Price action looked good. I seen some opportunity. I was like, you know what? Let me not miss out on these A setups. So I just got into I got into the markets, right? But next week we're gonna be back on regular schedule. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday is when we will have these calls. When I can, I try to keep Monday and Friday for those extra days for me to get the extra work in, editing and everything else that I have to do. But when I do have more time, we can just do live calls every day. All right. So, but for now, the schedule is Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. All right. And then on Sundays as well, we do our market analysis for the week. Let's get back to UK. We do our market analysis for the week. Okay, that's the same move that happened. We have Asian highs rated here. Look for a break of the low. Yeah, I think we continue lower. I would sell until we get here if you're trading UK. Let me see Girl 40. I don't really look at these two as much. Reaction from here. We push to the upside. Let's see. Some distribution. This is a very nice distribution. In the meantime, I mean, those are the main things that I'm looking at. I'm just looking at extra stuff right now. Does anybody have any questions? Anybody have any questions, any concerns? Any pairs that I did not look at that you want me to look at? Now is the time. Let's see, we're gonna push. This market is insane. Where was I when all this was happening? This was going straight up. Anybody trade Girl 40? We finally got the distribution though. Buyers finally want to take profits. Let's see. This is going to be the next major area that we can come into right here. All of these that you see right here are the current things that I'm looking at. All these are the current currencies that I'm looking at. All the ones that you see right here. I trade them based on if they have an A setup or if they don't have an A setup. Hardo frame. Yeah. So if you join the Discord, if you're just a regular member, you're not gonna see the section, but we do have, let me just pull it up right here. I got you. If you're just a regular member, you're not gonna see this section, but I'm gonna just show you guys real quick. Boom. We do have it right here, right? That's the mentorship area. I'm not gonna click on it because it's gonna show the links and everything like that. So, but yeah, I do have a mentorship. At first, I only the whole Discord was private at first, but I made it public so you guys can actually get in and get some of the free content that I have in there as well. But where I teach like the specific concepts and everything, and honestly, to be honest, I'm gonna be honest, you don't need the mentorship, right? You don't need it, because if you just go look at my channel, I kind of just share everything already. Now, the only difference, the main difference is it's not structured. Okay, in the mentorship, it's structured. It's this, right? It's a structured format, market structure. Let me show you. Let's go back to it. Did anybody take anything? All right, let me show you. Right? Market structure, smart money, right? I cover all the concepts that I use. So I'm gonna explain my strategy in a second, because it's a mix of concepts, and I'll explain that to you. But market structure, smart money, Wyckoff, supply and demand, psychology, and then putting it all together, right? Each of these have like maybe 6 to 7 videos where I cover just the concept itself. So market structure, we explain what market structure is. Smart money concepts, we explain order blocks, we explain imbalances, liquidity, right? That's the main things that you really need to know out of smart money concepts. You don't need to just trade smart money concepts. Wyckoff, we explain Wyckoff, what it is, how to use it, how to use it on a lower time frame, how to use it on a higher time frame. All right, and then supply and demand, where to look for your supply and demand zone. What is supply and demand? Where's the areas? What zones should you be looking for? What POI should you be looking for? All right. So with those concepts, I use every single one of those concepts. Market structure. That's the first thing that I look at. Market structure. Where is the direction? Then Where's the liquidity? That's the smart money part, right? Where's the liquidity? Where's the imbalances? Where's the fair value gaps? Then we look at supply and demand, right? Supply and demand is just those zones that I was showing you, right? This right here would be a demand zone. Why? Because we took out liquidity. You see how just two concepts, we just mixed two concepts together. All right. And then why are we looking for demand zones? Because structure is bullish. So you see how I just used three concepts, right? Structure, smart money, supply and demand. That simple, right? Structure is bullish. We're going to look for demand zones. We're going to look for liquidity grabs of the lows because structure is bullish. So structure is the main thing that I use first. That's the main concept. And then we use smart money to identify liquidity, to identify our fair value gaps, our imbalances, and then we trade the supply and demand zones when we identify those areas. It's that simple, right? Those are the three main concepts that I use: structure, liquidity, supply and demand, right? And then Wyckoff, the Wyckoff part is to understand directional bias. All right, Wyckoff gives me an extra understanding of structure and directional bias. How so? When we see distributions, right? That's something that I teach. When we see distributions means sellers are getting into the market. It means buyers are taking profit, selling orders are coming into the market. So when we see the market invalidate distributions, that means buyers are in control. That gives us extra confluence to continue looking for demand zones, right? That gives us extra confluence to continue buying the market because we know that sellers are weak. When we see distributions that get invalidated, that means sellers are weak, right? And you're going to continually seeing it. Look at this. We have another distribution right here. It gets invalidated. Look at that impulsive move, right? So that tells me that, hey, I'm confident to continue buying this market because we're seeing distributions that are getting invalidated. Sellers are weak. That means I can keep looking for buying opportunities. That means that not only structure is bullish, but market cycle, Wyckoff is telling me that, hey, this market is bullish on the order flow side as well, right? It's telling me that, hey, look for demand zones. Sellers are weak, right? I don't necessarily, I know what you're talking about. I don't necessarily teach flip zones, but unironically, I do. So, for example, EU here, this is one of the major, and actually, you know what? Flip zones are literally one of like the, it's literally one of the like the, one of my major trades that I take. So, I think, let's go to GJ. GJ is actually a flip zone, right? It is actually a flip zone. So you see the market here, boom, right? Reacting there. There's your flip zone, right there. So unironically, you're going to automatically be taking quote unquote flip zones. When you understand the concepts themselves, you're unironically going to be taking these same things that other people are talking about. Flip zones, the fair value gaps. Unironically, you're going to be taking it because it's all the same. It's all the same thing, right? So this area here would be considered a flip zone to some people. I just look at this as a simple manipulation of agent highs in a break of structure, right? That's it. But on the opposite end, it's a flip zone. EU, right? EU, the trade that we're talking about in EU. You see this move here on EU? You see how EU is reacting off of this area here? It's on a daily time frame. Let me kind of zoom out. See how EU is reacting off of this last daily area? Boom, right here. Off the imbalance. You see how we're kind of feeling that on the daily? If this reaction right here, so boom, if this candle, look at this 1 hour candle. If this 1 hour candle and we go higher, that's where I'm taking my entry. That would be quote unquote a flip zone, right? But I'm not saying, oh, it's a flip zone, let's take the entry. No, I'm looking at it more deeper than that. I need to see manipulation, right? I need to see a manipulation, which we are getting right now. I need to see a manipulation, right? Boom, manipulation. What's another thing? A break of structure, right? Impulse, right? So there's more that goes into it. But when you trade it that way and you're kind of understanding why you're taking the trade, you're unironically going to be taking, quote unquote, the flip zone. You said, do I take the last reaction / overall reaction? So boom, boom, boom. Let's go. Let's talk about this right here. Can you explain the difference between the two? You said overall reaction or the last reaction. For example, right here on EU, I guess this would be considered the I don't think this is a flip zone right here. This is not a flip zone at all. But this would be a flip zone. That's a trade that I didn't take because I wasn't trading, but that would be a flip zone right here. Let me kind of explain that to you. So we're looking for these sales. I think this would be a flip zone too, right? I don't know, right? You tell me which ones are flip zones, which ones are not. But let me take these out real quick. Let me show you why. Let me take these out. So this area here, right, that took out these highs, technically the market was let's say, quote unquote, supposed to sell from here to continue our bearish order flow. And you can see we invalidated that, right? If you're taking a sell here, stop loss at the high, you got stopped out. All right. So the area that invalidated this high is here. And you can see that's where the market came back to react to. I don't know if that's your flip zone or not, but this is what I would be looking to take. This is what I'd be looking to take right there. So I don't know if that's a flip zone or not. I don't know what y'all call that, but I'm not taking that area because it's quote unquote a flip zone. So there's more that goes into it. In order for me to take this area, if this area here, let me just go back. Let's just go back. Boom. If we just did this and broke this high, I would not be taking a trade from here. I would have not taken a trade from here, right? The main reason why we can take a trade from here is because, one, liquidity is ticking out. That's our smart money concepts, right? That's what you learn from that section. Liquidity, Asian lows, Asian highs. Liquidity is taken out. That's one of the trades. Boom. Impulsive move, right? Imbalance, break of structure. So we use structure, smart money, and now this becomes our demand zone, supply and demand. And I can even throw Wyckoff into this as well. I didn't want to do that to kind of complicate this, but this is an accumulation. That's an accumulation, right? And more confluence, field imbalance. Okay, so the concepts, you can see how we're using multiple concepts, but you see how it's kind of simplified, right? I kind of simplified it to make it simple, so you're following this or that. It depends. I look for the fair value gap, but what created the move? It depends on what created the move. All right, that's the main thing. What created the move? What created the impulse? You can see here, technically, I guess this would be a order block, but I don't really trade order blocks. I trade supply and demand zones. So I'm taking this area because it's a demand zone, and the impulse goes towards the upside. And that's another thing too. That's another thing too. If you join the mentorship and you're looking at the videos, don't look at the stuff that is complicating you. So if you already understand smart money concepts, go back here. If you already understand smart money concepts, Auntie just sent something. Hold on. What is this? Oh, that's the EU. She took EU and UJ. Some nice trades. But if you already understand smart money concepts, you don't need to look at this, right? You can look at it. You can look at the specific videos. I labeled each video in here and talking about what I'm specifically talking about. But you go through this. If you already understand market structure, then you can filter through it, look at the videos a little bit if you want, but you don't have to go through this. Each of these are divided into concepts, okay? This is not, I'm not teaching a specific strategy. I taught it this way because I want you to understand what market structure is. I want you to understand smart money. I want you to understand supply and demand. I want you to understand Wyckoff, right? I want you to understand the concepts and why we use them. So when I take a trade like this, you understand why I took the trade, right? It's not just, oh, because this area did this. You understand why. We have manipulation, we have impulsive move, we have a breaker structure, right? There's multiple layers into it, right? I want you to kind of understand the concepts, because when you understand it, you don't have to trade the same way that I trade. You might see a different trade than I see, but you're using the same concepts. All of the guys in here, Auntie, everyone here, we're using the same concepts, but we all do not trade the same way. I have U5. U5, he trades on lower time frame. He's trading seconds time frames, but he's using the same concepts, right? He's using the same concepts. He's trading on the seconds time frame. So what I want you to do if you decide to join the mentorship, study the concepts, put them together. I already created a blueprint, right? I already gave you my strategy and how I put the concepts together. You can use my same strategy that I'm using and you could add your own things to it. If you just like the strategy that I'm using and you want to use that, I taught that. So you can just use my strategy. But I still want you to understand the concepts just in case, because not everyone trades the same. Some people are scalpers. Some people are intraday traders. Some people are swing traders, right? People are different. So that's why I didn't want to just teach, oh, this is the strategy, that's it. No, I want to teach you what I'm looking at and what I'm seeing that made me create this strategy. So you can use that strategy, or you can create your own strategy from what I have already created. So I gave you a foundation that already works. So now it's your job if you want to build on top of it, or you want to just keep that foundation. That's up to you. All right. But I want you to understand it, okay? I'd rather you understand. Do you have my Instagram? Do you know my Instagram? If you do, message me on there and I will send you the information. It is Z Snipes, right? It's Z Snipes official. I'm gonna put it right there for you. Message me on Instagram right now with your name so I know it's you. But look at this, guys. Look at this. Look at this reaction here. We're getting off this supply zone. Maybe I should have took a sell from here. Let's see. What's the stop loss here? Oh man, 94 pips. 1 to 3 would have been kind of far. And you know what's crazy? We might actually make that whole entire move back. We might just make it back. He said, "You're talking about the what about the trade? What happened?" Okay, US 30. What do you want to do? What what are we doing today? Let's see, we're getting some impulses to the upside. This might just be the reversal for the day. We have an accumulation here. There's the imbalance. I don't think we're coming back to that. Hmm. 5 minute, 15 minute. Let me take this out real quick. Yeah, we might just be getting a reversal today. All right, so yeah, GCAD, GCAD, limit order right there. GJ, limit order at the 50%. Now, GJ, man, be careful on GJ. I'm not gonna set this limit order until after changeover. I think that's like 5 p.m. Eastern, my time, right? 5 p.m. Eastern, New York time, right? You can transfer that to whatever time that you're at. I'm not gonna set this sell limit until after that. Reason why? When changeover happens, my broker goes crazy. And I've gotten stopped out on GJ just because of spread and changeover. So I'm not going to set this order until after that time. All right. So just keep that in mind. I'm not going to let the broker get me like that again. Oh, yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. I mean, here's another trade right here. Like I said, the concepts work. The areas work. Just because I did not take a sell from here doesn't mean that you didn't have to. You didn't have to take a sell from here, right? I didn't take a sell from here. I'm not taking this big stop loss. I'm just not gonna do it. Okay. That doesn't mean you don't have to. That doesn't mean you can't look for sells from here. That doesn't mean you can't do anything, right? So this is why I want you guys to understand the knowledge that I have, so you can do whatever that you want with it, right? Because it works. Now this area, I'm not setting a limit order. All right. I'm probably gonna regret that later. I don't care. I want to see what happens. All right. I want to see what happens. I do like that we did create this, but this is not the cleanest distribution. That's the only thing. That's the only reason why this is not the cleanest distribution for me. That I could say that I want to take a limit order. Okay. So I'd rather just let's see how the market comes in here and I'll watch it. Right. I'll just watch how we react. Tomorrow's NFP, I am not going to force any trades for this week, guys. If it's not something clear, I'm not going to force it, right? And this is not clear. You can see, you can already tell this is different from you can tell this trade here, if I was to take a limit order here, this is different from my usual trades. What are we missing, right? This is a perfect lesson right here. Even though we have an impulsive move, cool. That's it. That's the reason we're taking the trade. Where's the liquidity? Where's the liquidity grab? Where's the breaker structure, right? Where's the other two? Where's the other parts that we need? It's not here. Okay, we don't have no liquidity grab. All we did was mitigate the open here of London, and then we took off. That's it. Is that enough for me to risk money on? Is that enough for me to risk money on? Those are the questions that you want to ask yourself, right? What are your confluences? Why are you taking the trade? This trade and this trade are not the same. And I want my trades to be as similar to these trades as possible. GJ, similar. GCAD, similar, right? And GCAD is about to confirm as well. GCAD 2, do not place limit orders just yet. To be honestly, guys, since these are sales, don't place any limit orders. Just wait. All right, because tomorrow is NFP. I do not want you guys getting stopped out. I don't want to get stopped out. I don't like taking sell orders at all during news, especially major news like NFP. So be cautious. I am not going to take any limit orders just yet. Okay, no limit orders just yet. I have to say that because NFP is tomorrow. So limit orders for sales, do not do it. Like I said, I remember I was taking a sell one time, CPI came, and I lost 3%. Crazy. 3%. And I had to make it all back. So since that day, since that happened, but I had to go through that experience to know why I don't do it anymore, right? If it was a buy order, I wouldn't care. But sell orders, no. No limit orders yet. But this is somewhere that I am looking to sell from. So tomorrow, if this area is still active, even if NFP comes in here tomorrow, if NFP comes in tomorrow and it just stops right here, cool. We can start looking for ourselves. We don't want to take the limit orders because spread on your broker might be different from here. This is Onda, right? This is Onda. Your broker might be something different. So even though Onda came up here and mitigated here, your spread might have just went all the way up here and then came back to down here. So you just took a loss for no reason. All right, that's exactly what happened to me with that CPI. So I don't want that happening to you guys. Do not take a limit order yet, right? But these are valid areas we will look for sales from. So as long as the market comes up here tomorrow, if NFP wants to, and we actually stay up here and we don't, wick up or we do anything past that, as long as it's still active, cool. All right, but no limit orders. All right, these are areas we're looking for. No limit orders yet. Tomorrow's NFP. Be careful. Let's end the week good. Let's end the week good. All right, let's not do that to ourselves. Hopefully GU comes all the way back, because this is the only area I'm buying GU from. GU, you can leave this limit order here. All right, GU is a limit order. You can take this limit order here off this 4-hour candle right here. Let me see what the daily look like. Daily looks good too, but it's around like a 54. Nah, we don't want that. Let's just we'll be safe. And in this area, the reason why I'm taking this area too, let me kind of just show you guys here. You're gonna see it's the same thing, guys. The same rules, right? It is the same thing every single time. Where's that imbalance at? Where is it at? Is it on the 30-minute? Or is it on the 1 hour? Somewhere here. Okay, it's on the 1 hour. All right. And Wyckoff is actually used in this one too. But same thing. Manipulation, Asian lows. Let me go down to lower time frame. You guys see the imbalance, right? Let's go down to the 15-minute. Boom, 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 boom. 15-minute. All right. First sign of buyers is here, right? So here's our confluences and why we want to take this area here. First sign right here, accumulation. Buyers are in this market. That's all we need to know. All right, buyers are in this market. Okay, that's our first confluence. Cool. Accumulation, market moves higher. All right, we see the market gives us the impulse, confirming that the accumulation is good. All right, next day, market ranges up here, Asian session. Asian session, what does the market do? We manipulate Asian lows, and actually, U5, he trades London session. He actually took this trade, right? He actually took this trade to the upside. He's using the same concepts. Okay, so boom, we traded into the imbalance, right? Trading back into the accumulation where the buyers got in. We manipulated liquidity and we got an impulse to the upside. Now, if I was trading London session, this would have been an easy trade. If the market would have came back here, I think he just market execution this trade, but this would have been an easy trade to take to the upside. We have accumulation, we have a manipulation, we have a breaking structure. That's a lower time frame trade. You can take that trade, right? But we didn't come back. You see the market impulsively move to the upside. So we have our manipulation, we have our accumulation that shows that we have buyers, and we have the impulsive move now that creates a break of structure. A valid trade. So this here, limit order, it can stay. All right. Hopefully tomorrow NFP just and we can get an easy TP, right? Let's hope that happens. I'm gonna just go ahead and draw that out right now, just so the market can create it. Let's do that. All right. Hopefully the market is listening to my prayers, and we can get that in. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much it for me. I stayed on this call a lot longer than I was supposed to, but it's okay. I enjoy talking to you guys. Anybody have any questions? Any questions, any concern? Let me see if he actually messaged me in here on Instagram. Forgot to check. Ha, what's up, Klein? What trades did you take today, Klein? What did you get into? Yeah, I know. I was supposed to. I said quick live call, but it didn't turn out to be quick at all. Well, here's what happened. Oh, there we go. We got some insight of what's going on. Thank you, Auntie. See, I knew Trump had to say something. There's no way that the markets move like that. All the countries with the percent tariffs. Yeah, I knew it had to do something with Trump. I knew it had to be something with him. That's why I tried to trade. So what happened was... prices. Why are you? All right. You said GA. Let me see. It's probably the last one that I'll cover. Order flow is bullish. Well, I mean, 1 hour. Let's go here. Go right here on the 4 hour. Hey, see, now she's here. Now I have to go. Let me see. Let's go from here to there. Let me just mark this up real quick. Let's get out of here. 1, 2, 3. High, low, high, low. Oh, that's the wrong thing. All right. And to answer whose question, he said, what time frame do I prefer the most? 1 hour. That's the time frame that I mainly trade. 1 hour. Time frame that I'm looking for my supply and demand zones. Here's a trade right here. Might have to back test this. Have inducement. Activates. High. Okay. GA. I wouldn't look for anything right now, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I would be careful. This move here, not something that I would want to trade. I'm not trading that move on EU either or on GU. I'm just not going to trade that move. Okay, so I wouldn't trade that. Honestly, I would wait until we break this low, man. Why? I think we could come back into this 4 hour. We still haven't give us that pullback yet. Or, I mean, what you can do, what we already know, you know what to do, right? From this low to this high, we're at the 50%. So technically, we can't just, just say that the market's going to go lower. All right, let's actually wait until the market goes lower. Since we're still bullish at the moment, you know what to look for. Right? You're getting into that sweet spot. So look for the accumulation. I would not take a limit order off of anything here. No. Look for the accumulation, right? Around the 50% to the 80, right? This right here is going to be your sweet spot. To be honest, if we go down here, I wouldn't look for anything else. But if we do break this low, you're going to have some good opportunity. You're going to have a good opportunity, right? So for now, look for the accumulation here, around the 50 to the 80. This area here, look for that accumulation. Look for buyers to get in. If we see buyers, good. If you don't, that's cool. If we break this low, you know what to do, right? You have a nice potential distro if we do break that low. So this is going to be easy sells to take out all of this liquidity, right? And to fill up most of this imbalance here. But I'm not trading GA. So good luck. Good luck. All right, Auntie, if you're still here, do you have anything? Do you have any questions? Thank you for sending this. I knew something crazy happened yesterday. I knew it had to be something with Trump. I'm going to look more deeper into it, but now I know what to actually search up, right? I didn't have time to actually look to see what the hell happened yesterday. But thanks to Trump, though, gave me an easy trade for the week. But thank you for sending this out. I'm gonna look into this deeper, and see what happened specifically and what we need to do. But we already knew DXY was kind of dying off, right? We already had it. You see how it's crazy. Even though the markets mainly run economically, look how the technical analysis as well is already adding on to that economics, right? Look how, we've been already saying that this is where we want DXY to come, right? This is where it came. All right. So we've already been looking for these selling opportunities here on DXY. We've already been looking for DXY to go lower, right? We already seen the price action. The price action is telling us this market is bearish. Here's our range, though, for those of you in here that understand Wyckoff. Here's our range. Selling Carmex, automatic rally, secondary test. That's all we have right now. We need a STMB and our spring. If this market wants to go higher, I need to see the best accumulation here. That's the only way that I will say this market goes higher. I need to see the best accumulation. I need to see a nice range here for this market, because with this selling pressure, we're gonna need buyers to buy up all of this selling pressure. We're gonna need a lot of orders here to buy up all of that selling pressure. So I need to see a nice range. I don't want to see a range that lasts 15 minutes. I don't want to see a range that lasts an hour, 4 hours. I need at least like maybe 2 to 3 days of ranging here for us to actually know that, okay, hey, buyers are getting in, right? We don't want to see just a small accumulation here. We need something large. At least something like what it created before. Let me so I don't delete the area. Boom. All right. Let's go on to 1 hour. Let's see how long did this take to make from where we started. This took 35 days before the market moved. 35 days. From this low, I'll start at this low. From this low to when we took off, yeah, 35 days, right? 33 to 35 days. If you want to count like from the start right here, but I'll just count it from this low, from here, right? 34, 35 days. So I need the same thing that happened here. I need to see those buyers do the same thing again. So potentially at least maybe 15 days. Maybe 15 days at least that we sit here. And I see EU is actually giving us a range as well, right? High, we have our low. We have our secondary test right here. So we have liquidity above here, which is nice. Yeah, the market gapped. I'm telling you, I seen it at 4. It was 4 p.m. I was chilling at 4 p.m. and I seen an alert go off. EU activated. I'm like, what? 4 p.m. EU activated. Huh? How? And I just seen this crazy move. I seen that crazy move. I'm like, yo, what is going on? So I thought this was gonna I thought NFP was gonna activate this trade, to be honest. So now I'm curious, what is NFP going to do? Now I'm curious, right? Now I really want to see, what is NFP going to do? Water flows, what's up, bro? What's going on? All right, so like I said, this call went on longer than I thought it would. It's supposed to be a quick call. Last second things that I want to talk about. Like I said, GCAD, we're looking for sales. No limit orders yet. Tomorrow's NFP. We don't want spread to take us out. GJ, same thing. We're looking for sales on GJ. We haven't validated this low. Let's go on the higher time frames. Go to like 4 hour. We see we are in a bearish 4 hour leg, right? We came to the 71. We have a nice distribution. Everything is lining up. We have our manipulation today. We're seeing impulses here to the downside. We're seeing the market is giving us, you know, momentum lower. Look for sales. All right, cool. GCAD, pretty much the same thing. We have a change of character here. We see this high make this low. We did come back into the 50. I think we almost made it to the 71 as well. I think it lightly tapped it. Yeah, lightly tapped the 71. We got the same thing here. We got a manipulation of Asian highs. We see the impulse. We see the change of character. That's a sell. Just wait for NFP so we do not get stopped out. All right. We're at the bearish extremes in the higher time frames. You're on EU? Yes. Yes, this is the extreme. Yep, that's the extreme. Yeah. EU, yep. EU, we're at the extreme. Oh, if we break the high, that's fine. I'm not looking for sales on EU at the moment because order flow is still bullish. I don't have no reason to sell this yet. We don't have a change of character. Who's in control of this market? I mean, we obviously see who's in control of this market. Buyers are in control. So when I was looking at this, and this is why I think this is going to be just a higher reaccumulation. If I go to the weekly time frame and a daily time frame, we can kind of see what's going to happen, right? This is a major. This is like a major reaccumulation. I already seen that already. This is why I'm not taking sales right now. Momentum, buyers momentum is very strong. We're just going to continue following it. Daily time frame, this is the high on our daily time. Well, actually not even. Hold on. Not even. This is the high on our daily time frame to this low. Right? Because this low here, we didn't do anything. All right? We didn't break this low yet. So, let's keep that right there. Well, not even joined out. We made it into the 50, so I think this is why we're getting this. But I think we can still get into the 70, into our 80. Before we actually start seeing another distro. Because I just can't ignore this clear accumulation here. This is clear, right? This is a clear accumulation, right? And this took about, let's start from this first low right here where the market first stopped at, all the way to where we actually took off and broke off. This took about 100 days. It took about 100 days. I think these buyers are going for way more targets than just right here. Okay? But it is still a supply zone. So I will still respect the area. So I will mark it out. And that's why I have it marked out. And you see the market is reacting from it, right? So that's what I mean. When you're trading supply and demand, or you're trading these areas, understand that the minimum, you're going to get a reaction. All right? The reaction is all you need for a quick 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 5. That's all you need is the reaction. You don't need every supply or demand zone to turn the market around. All right? You don't need that. Okay? So, but this is still a demand zone. I mean, it's still a supply zone. The market is still reacting from here. We're seeing the reaction to the downside. Momentum is still strong. So I just didn't take a limit order from here. Plus, this is a big stop loss. All right? But we are at the extreme. So what I would wait for now, I need to see a distro. I need to see sellers come in. Right? I need to see why should I sell this market? Because at the moment, I don't have no reason to sell this market. Thank you for that, man. Cause and effect is very important. That is, I mean, that's literally, I think that's literally the foundation of my trading, to be honest, because every time you're looking at something, even when you see a manipulation, did the manipulation do something? Did we create a break of structure? Just because it's a manipulation, what did the manipulation do? This is why we always look for a break of structure, or we look for momentum, or we look for extra confluences. What did this individual thing do? Right? That's the main question. That's the easiest way to start, understanding supply and demand, or start understanding liquidity, and start asking yourself. That's how you're going to find the areas that work and the areas that don't work. Okay? Because you're going to ask yourself, even though it looks like a supply zone or it looks like a demand zone, what did it actually do? We know this is a demand zone here because this led to a major break, right? Even though we have this accumulation, that's cool. This is still demand zone. This is still a supply zone. We know this is a supply zone because we led to a major move to the downside and we still broke this low. So even if the market does go lower, if you took a trade from here, you still are in profit. The market is still giving you a reaction because there was actual sellers from here. Even if those sellers are not here now, the market is still going to react here because there's still orders to fill, right? There's still selling pressure that was here. So the market is still going to give you that reaction. Click buy and sell. See what indices did, man. I missed the sell today on NAS. Yeah, it's over. The day's over. Indices, that's over. It's done. I don't think we're gonna move. US 30 looks like it wants to do something. We're in the imbalance that I was looking for, but I'm okay. Got a doji. We're not seeing any bearish pressure. We're not seeing any bearish candles. It's over. All right, day's over. We might pull back for the rest of the day and chill up here. Come here, take some liquidity, but I wouldn't look for anything. I wouldn't look for anything on indices for the rest of the day. Tomorrow's NFP. Your Asian is different. Why? You talking about like time wise? Oh, this is the futures. I don't know if you're using the futures. This is futures. Let me go to actual NAS 100. Let's see. Use this one. Could be different. Yeah. It is different. I think. No? Well, yeah, I think so. A little bit. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is different. It is. But the time is still the same. It's 20. I don't know if you have the same time. It's 20, which is 8 o'clock p.m. my time, and then to the close where London opens. So, but I think it's just because it's two different things. I don't know. You're talking about this drop right here? Yeah, I don't know what happened, man. I don't know. Oh, okay. That's crazy. I mean, this was way before Asian. This happened at like 4:30. All right. So that is pretty much it for me, guys. Thank you for being here. Like I said, it was supposed to be a quick call, but it's okay, right? But now I have to go edit this video for you guys. So I will see you guys in the next one. Tuesday, tomorrow, I'm thinking we'll see. I will see. Tomorrow, I might do a call. We'll see. We will see. I might be live tomorrow. NFP is tomorrow. If NFP is something major and I see many opportunities, then we will definitely do a call. But if NFP does not give us many opportunities to trade, if I see many opportunities tomorrow based off NFP, we will be live. If not, then we'll just end the week that way. I will see you guys Sunday, live analysis on Sunday. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, back to regular time for our live calls during the week. All right, so appreciate you guys that were here. If you have any further questions, just join the Discord. There's a link somewhere on the YouTube that there's a invite link somewhere you can just join and ask me questions on there, or just go to my Instagram and you could message me on there. All right, thank you guys for joining in. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.